Good morning, good morning, good morning. Here's my flag. I love that flag. I am off to KITECH Automation. Yesterday we had an interview that happened out of the blue. We're hiring for a head of mechanical engineering role. And so I'm doing all the recruiting for that. If anybody is a mechanical engineer and wants to be in Boise and do some cool robotic and automation projects, I know it, team. But we had an interview that went good. We had some client meetings. And today we have a number of client meetings. I'm doing a lot with the interviewing and looking for new candidates. It is interesting. So I've gotten a boatload of emails from recruiting agencies and staffing agencies and all these other companies that want to sell me they'll do the work of hiring. The joys of business. So that's fun. So I've been working through all that. But the big thing, I want to be totally candid this morning. The big thing I've been thinking about lately is how, if you decide to truly chase your dreams, and if you decide to dream a dream that takes decades to complete rather than a 3-5-year-old goal, something a lot quicker. As you're getting started, at least this has been my experience, it is the most lonely thing you could possibly do. People do not like to talk about the future. They just don't. It is something that, as a society, we're constantly talking about the past. And some people seem to focus on the future. But in a day-to-day situation, in your personal relationships, people do not like to talk about it. So for example, the first year of trying to start America's holding company, I was constantly trying to talk to everybody about it, to try and get them to understand what I'm seeing, what I'm doing, how I'm putting this all together. And it drove people away. Literally drove people away, even though they did not understand it. So last November, I got kicked out of my house because Emily was tired of me talking about it. My whole family was tired of me talking about it. They didn't try to explain it. No one sat down and said, Justin, please, I'll give you 2 hours. Walk me through what you're trying to do. It's always a hard no. That's not possible. That won't work when I share a piece of a whole picture. And that loneliness, maybe it will go away once I've proven it out more and people can see what I'm doing rather than hear about it. But I don't know that it will ever go away. I truly don't. I think that loneliness is part of the pain all entrepreneurs go through to some extent or another. And so lately I've just been, it's not constant. I don't constantly feel alone, but there are times when, even though I know I have people's support, I know they don't understand what we're doing. Because we haven't sat down and had a long enough conversation about what I'm doing. So it's just something that comes with the territory of being an entrepreneur. It's something that comes with the territory of chasing a dream, especially a dream that others feel is unattainable for you. And so like with my family, I know they do it out of love. I know they aren't trying to hurt my feelings or be against me, which it's not that anyone's against me. It's they want to protect me. People are scared of the unknown. And when you have a dream and you're chasing a dream, you are literally saying, this is unknown. I have no idea if this is even possible. But I'm going to try. That is literally the point of chasing a dream. Is that it is unknown. Because if it wasn't unknown, you would already have it. You would already be there. And it's important to realize life is not about getting to any one place. It's about enjoying the journey while you're on the journey. When I'm older and retired, it'll be a lot less stressful. And less exciting. And boring, right? Life's about the journey. It's about what can we do together? How can we help each other achieve our dreams, whatever those dreams may be? And you never stop helping those around you. Your family is always going to be there for you. Or, well, maybe they won't. But either way, that's life. Life is full of people making their own choices. And that's where I believe the true value of time comes into play, because we all have the ability to wake up tomorrow and say, I'm going to be a completely different person. I'm going to drop everything. I'm going to start over. And this is what I'm going to do. That is our right as a human. If you're married, you can get a divorce. If you've got kids, you can leave them. It is your choice. I would never do that, nor would I encourage anyone else to. But it is your choice. And that's the true value of time. Is understanding that, yeah, you can yell at anybody in the grocery store. Let's say you go to fast food and they get your order wrong. You can scream at them and attack them. Sure. It's also their choice if they record you and put it on the internet. Or get the phone number to the company you work for and call in and get you fired or whatever, right? Every action has the ability to have a reaction by the people that it affected. So like when you yell at someone, let's say you have an employee and you yell at them continuously, it's their choice to keep showing up to work. Like, you understand that, right? And you can yell and yell and yell, and then one day they say, oh, this again. Well, I'm done. And walk away. Where does that leave you? That's one of the things I think as a society we don't grasp. Is you cannot do this alone. And depending on your vision, depending on what you're trying to accomplish, will determine how many people you need to build on your team. If the goal is to make $100K a year and that's it, really all you need to do is find a job that you like doing that pays $100K and just do that. Don't worry about the rest. Because depending on the goal you have will determine how many people you need to recruit on your team. And so every action, every reaction affects that team. Have you ever seen a team lose a key player in a very inopportune time? Either through death or through another job or moving or whatever. Companies can be destroyed if they lose their key employee. Well, at least small businesses. Yes, bigger businesses don't have to worry about that as much. But in the small business world, if you don't keep your star players, your business can go out of business overnight. And it all comes down to how you treat them and how they feel. And do they want to be a part of the team? Do they think their time is better invested here than any other business they could be a part of? Which is their choice. It is 100% their choice. Which I think it's very interesting. And a lot of companies, I don't think, realize how important their employees are, especially company like restaurants or the thrift shop. Small companies are more dependent on people than large companies, because large companies typically have a cash reserve account that they can weather the storm. They can go find the assets they need to keep growing. So, I don't know. I've been thinking about that a lot, and that one of the reasons I'm excited to be a part of the KITECH team. I feel valued. I feel like I matter. I'm given responsibility, and I've been put as part of a team rather than on my own. And I want to be part of a team. So that's why through the last 2 years, it's been such a good fit that I've ended at KITECH for my full W-2 job, because it's local. I get to drive there every day. I get to be a part of a team, interact with other people, I get out of my house. There's a ton of benefits to it. And I would say one of the big ones is not only am I part of a team, but it's also a team atmosphere. I've been, like when I was at DataTel, it was not a team atmosphere. It was build your own business within my business, which is great. If that's the business model you want to operate under, great. But you need to understand what your employees want from a job, what they're looking for from a job. And if you don't understand that, how can you give it to them? So, all that to say, I've been feeling a little down on myself lately. I've been feeling lonely. But I know the feeling is temporary. And I know the mission I'm on. So, it will all work out. Anyways, I am at KITECH. I'm going to go rock the day. And we will see y'all soon.